Today is Veterans Day, and that is a holiday that has gone through a few different iterations. Originally, Armistice Day, because World War I ended on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month. And that's why it's always celebrated properly on November 11th. As we look at that, though, it really is not a celebration so much of war, but rather of peace, because this was the end of the war to end all wars, which didn't turn out to be the war to end all wars, but that's how they thought of it at the time. And it celebrates the peace, that there will no longer be that kind of war anymore. And it reminds me of the scripture, Isaiah 2, beginning in verse 4, God will judge between the nations and will settle disputes for many people. They will beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation will not take up sword against nation, nor will they train for war anymore. And so when we celebrate Veterans Day, I think one of the most important things that we ought to be thinking about is this time of peace and doing what we can to move towards a time of peace. And of course, peace is not merely the absence of war. Yes, that certainly is part of it, but until we have peace in our hearts, it is unlikely that people will be able to get along with each other and do the kinds of things that will settle conflicts and manage conflicts to prevent outbreaks of violence and hard feelings and ultimately war. And so, yes, we do celebrate those who keep the peace, those who have served in our nation's military, and those who are sworn to protect our nation. But also, let us consider that as we celebrate Veterans Day, which was once Armistice Day, that we are looking forward to a time of peace, and let us do all in our power to create that peace within ourselves and to share it with others.